All right, today's the day. This is the day we're gonna finish the Nicki Minaj ex Joe Budden interview. This is part three. Uh, oh, did I just say part three and put out two? Oh, this is parts three. All right. We're gonna finish up good tonight. Yeah, good. But yeah, today we're gonna finish up the whole thing. Maybe some parts I'll be kind of fast forwarding because the video can get a bit too long. But yeah. If you haven't watched part one and two, please do. Yeah, it's just my perspective and like just reacting to it. And I'm 50 subscribers away to 10K, so please, if even if 50 people watch, can you just subscribe? Thank you in advance. Like and subscribe. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go. Let's finish up this thing.
I don't want to be shooting videos pregnant, and I didn't even feel like recording and saying certain things pregnant, and then COVID as well. It just so happened that the two huge things happened at the same time. And I can't tell you what it feels like to be pregnant during COVID. You know, just to even go to your doctor's appointments, it was so hectic to just go in. You know, everybody has to be masked, and it's scary because you don't know, you just don't know, especially it's your first child. You feeling like, oh my God, what if I do something, and you just don't know what the hell
Lot
you're
of
doing.
precaution.
Yeah, and it's a weight, it's a heavy weight on your shoulder because of. But also, I also wanted to bond with my child. Like I see it sometimes, some people pop the baby out and with that because hello, I'm about to have a baby. I'm all the way in California. I don't have a bunch of family around me. What am I gonna need to do? I wasn't thinking about no damn writing some hot raps.
Category of the niggas.
Right.
Like, you make it a point to say, yo, don't just put me with them.
Oh yeah.
Like,
One of the underrated hardest parts of being a YouTuber is doing a ton of writing. I'm constantly writing scripts.
True.
put me with them.
Well, it's because that's what I fell in love with about rap. I fell in love with, and everybody falls in love with different things. I fell in love with who spit the hottest rap, who spit the hottest verse on this song.
Yeah. Okay. Who spits the hottest raps? That's the right mindset to have. Um, Especially nowadays with these new and upcoming female rappers. It seems like who has the catchy, who's gonna get the most catchy TikTok uh viral video. Like instead of like looking at the raps, and no shade to Coil Ray. I fucks with Coil Ray, but I'm just saying, yeah, like sometimes I want my female rappers to know the art of rap, like to know the craft. And I've been seeing Big Lato. She seems like she's got bars. It seems like she can hold her own in freestyles and shit like that. So yeah, so those are the type of female rappers I'm more into. And I always say, like, of course I might not like Nicki Minaj's antics, like behind the stuff which I've heard of what she does behind the scenes, but when it comes to rap, she can deliver. So hey, there you go.
Since I mean that's just how I always been. So I gravitated to like Foxy Brown because I felt like she used to spit like a dude, and that, oh my God,
Love Foxy.
yeah, like her precision was just like even till this day, I think her precision in the way she pronounces everything and her clarity
Shout out to
is
Foxy
just
Brown,
unmatched. And
legend.
that's what I wanted to be like. I was never thinking about what everybody probably thinks I was.
But okay, all right. I understand she was what do you call it? She was more into Foxy Brown, but her look really didn't match what she's saying right now. Like the look she came up with, the her persona or the pink hair. No, not saying that Lil Kim started the pink hairs or whatever. I'm just saying. Her look, Nicki Minaj's look, didn't match what she's trying to say right now. So, hey, you can take it how it is, like, or what it is. I mean, it's yeah.
I was thinking about Biggie and Jay-Z and these types of people who had the better verse on this and who had the better verse on that. That's always what intrigued me. So now when people I think at one point people tried to bully me out of that mindset. Like, you know, so that the bar could be lowered for women, you know. Why does it have to be about dope raps? You're a rapper. Who cares about if the rap is dope? Could you imagine telling Michael Jordan basketball shouldn't be about just how many baskets, how many, you know, times you hit from the free throw line, how many 3-point shots you made, that's how many rebounds, how many. Can you imagine telling Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali it shouldn't be about your technique?
No.
No one would ever say that to these people. These are people, the greats in sports. But as soon as it comes to rap and female rap, they wanted me to start lowering the bar and starting to say, yeah, it doesn't matter, get your rap.
Listen, all right, okay. What she's saying here fully makes sense because it recently happened. I was so disappointed in. I don't know if you people listen to Shenseea. I was so disappointed when she did like a little poppy song with Meg The Stallion. Oh my gosh, that song was so horrible, and it's called Lick. And if you wanna watch, like, I did the reaction to it, like I did the reaction with no sound. I just reacted to the video, and somehow I got it like copywritten. But what? Yeah, but anyway, I did a reaction to just the video, and because the song was just so ass. So I understand, because Shenseea is amazing rapper. Like, she's really up and coming. I think she's just put out a new album right now. I haven't listened to it, but for some reason it seems like when she went mainstream and when they did this mainstream thing, they just made it so poppy and like so garbage. Like, it was so rubbish, and I don't know why she accepted that song, or I don't know why she even put out that verse. It was so ass. But anyway, so I can understand what Nicki Minaj is saying right here.
It's written, have bad verses, have not thought out verses, like, say anything. Who cares? It's just music. Ha ha. But to me, that's not what it is. And now, if that's what it is to you, you have every right to do that. But if it's not that to me, why should I say it is?
You don't have to.
And I didn't, and I don't.
It's probably safer to put yourself in the box with the niggas, because if you start rapping like the aggressive raps to women or catered to women, the media people just think that it's smoke when it's just aggressive rap.
Oh, they always do that to me. They've been doing that to me since the beginning.
No, but we stopped doing that now.
Oh,
though.
yeah, okay.
No, we stopped now.
Okay.
There's a concentrated.
I love the fact that Joe Budden is saying we stop doing it. Like, he's the media now. He's the media guy. So he's Mr. Media. Oh, we stopped. Oh, don't worry. We the media stop, Nicki. We the media. We the Joe Budden and the media. We stop. I just find that so funny, because he was at some point he was like a rapper. But anyway, Joe's cool bars, but he was a rapper. So
I think effort for the girlies to play nice with each other. I can see it.
Right.
Either play nice with each other or respect everyone's space.
Right.
So I'm not gonna be the media nigga to put something in that, but I like that. Do you notice it? Are you cognizant of it?
Yes, of course. Of course. It's been, but it didn't start.
Stop.
It didn't start from there. It didn't come from a good place. It came from the place of.
talk about it, Nicki.
Well.
Talk
yeah,
about
it's
it.
great. Let's move on.
No, talk about
Yeah,
it.
wherever it came from, who cares? It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
And that was on display with that whole City Girls thing that we learned over the internet, however it was birthed. Like, that was more just leadership in that direction. Like, we don't need to mess.
That's right.
Back to how you felt off of your last project, just about how it was handled.
Mm-hmm.
That probably makes more sense for me as to why it seemed like every T is crossed and every I is dotted with your presentation this time. You haven't missed a beat.
Really?
For me,
Thank
I'm
you.
talking about in terms of when the record dropped, you at the Hawks game the same night.
Oh, yeah.
There are people that you have sat with from this side of the spectrum to late night,
Oh, yeah.
to Lil Baby being on both of the records, to the video being that type of movie. For me, there's mad effort
Yes.
into
Yeah, Nicki Minaj recently dropped like a couple of songs with Lil Baby. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like those songs. I haven't listened to any of them. I feel like they were a bit ass. But hey, the rollout of the songs, the anticipation of the like to the song, leading to the songs, amazing, amazing. Like her doing like lives with Kevin Samuels, her having Soldier Boy on live. Like the anticipation to the songs, top tier. The songs, meh, mid.
presentation
Yeah, for sure.
here.
For sure. And it's not even the album rollout. It's just my rap song rollout. It's not even like a crossover record or anything like that. Yes. So you're right.
Even that, right? Like normally when we hear, okay, Nicki Minaj is dropping 2 records. One of them is gonna be the Little Puppy Smashy single, and then one is gonna be for the heads. And
Right.
but this time they both was kind of joints.
Rap. Yeah, because
To me.
I have stayed away so long that I have to now, I feel, overdo my core. But here's the other thing, if I'm being honest. Anytime a sound works, people just forget everything about who they are and jump on that sound.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you did you on that record.
Yeah, because right now there's a particular kind of record that every female rapper is trying to do. Well, not every, a lot. And I got some songs that I thought, some hooks that felt like that, and I said, I can't do that. Last album, I did the same thing with Chun-Li, because it was like, okay, everybody's trying to do, or not trying, but
I think that's what she's talking about.
doing the trap thing. I purposely bought a studio to to LA, and said, I just want you to give me New York sounding shit. That's it. Don't give me nothing that sounds like trap. That's why we have Chun-Li and Barbie Tings. Just, because everybody was doing that. Now, if I were to come out with a crossover record right now, that sounds like what everybody is doing with, I wouldn't feel good about myself. So in my opinion, I have to do me. Shout out to my core, just the rap fans. I have to give them what I think they've been missing. I also wasn't going to come out with a very explicit song because I feel like that's what everyone's doing. Everybody seems to be doing, something extremely explicit or a kind of a hook that sounds like, because, once anybody has success with anything, it seems like everybody just jumps on that sound. Even if they may not have even liked it, it might be people behind them telling them to do it. Once you do that, and once you do it a couple times, who then are you? We've now forgotten who you are. And so I don't think people realize that if you jump on it, every trend, you become faceless.
Ooh.
It's like,
This is a deep point.
Nah, as a rapper, she's really correct. As a rapper, she's no, actually maybe in other aspects as well. But that's a bar in itself. Shout out Nicki. That's amazing. If you jump on every trend, you become faceless. Woo! Amazing words.
Point.
yeah, it's important. It's important people know this. Yes, I know you want the biggest radio smash. So somebody in your camp told you, well, you gotta do this because she just won with that. So you gotta have a hook that sound like that. Okay. Now, when they talk about female rappers, eventually your identity goes away. So now, when they bring up female rappers, you will never have a standing chance at longevity.
Well, but on the other hand, what if whatever that ever set rapper can always evolve with whatever trend which is coming? If they can just if this is the new trend, they can just put out a like because these rappers have like writers and everyone behind them. What if that set rapper, let's say, I'm not saying she's talking about anyone else, but I'm just saying, let's say it's Cardi B. She has a handful of writers, a handful of people like who can help her out with like whatever a set like trend or whatever trend rap whatever. What if the person can keep evolving with the trends? See? Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, I understand what Nick is saying. Like feeding your core fans, so I understand.
Really, a name that's really going to stand the test of time. We all do it as artists, but sometimes I feel some people do it with everything. It's always, okay, well, what's hot now? Let me jump, and you have to be careful because yes, it might give you the biggest smash song for that moment, but afterwards, you'll realize you don't have an identity.
Yeah,
really.
but nobody is ever here to tell them about what happens afterward, right? And what happens when you're just trying to find yourself, but you never do. Like some people are not in it for back end money or making sure their kids are all right. Some people just want the quick notoriety, the quick record, and I'm done with this. Give me my quick pub check and I'm out.
Got it.
Everybody's
Okay.
not passionate, right, about this.
Okay. You're right. You're right. I guess.
Oh,
I guess you're right.
Joe spitting facts.
How do
guess.
you avoid
Facts.
that type of complacency at this juncture in your
I was eating because I was stressed out, candy bars and chips and donuts, gaining weight. But since I
career? How do you go about creating and rolling out differently, just challenging you? Fuck what the label is saying, what the fans are saying. How do you just avoid boredom with creating?
I don't know. I just think it comes from me being very hard on myself naturally. Like I'm telling you, I have songs right now that if I was to put it out, they would check all the boxes that people probably think I want to have checked. But I can't live with myself. What people want, a lot of people want, and what I want, I guess, are different.
Oh no. I don't know, is this Chinese or whatever? Can someone tell me what this tattoo means? Like I don't know, it just caught my eye. I wanna know what it means. Chinese soup or something? I don't know, I'm joking. I don't know, but please someone tell me what that means.
I want to be able to have integrity. I want to be able to, when I go home at night, look at myself and be like, solid individual right here. Period. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't mind if someone says, oh, she's a bitch or she's this, she's that. But I'm a solid human being, solid person.
Wait, how can you be a
So-
bitch and a solid human being? You know when people call you a bitch, like that whole solid human being kind of goes out the window. I feel like, cause I've never heard someone say, "Oh, that bitch is a bitch," but she's an alright person after calling someone a bitch. Like, I mean, I feel like if you're a bitch, that just comes with you being a horrible human being. I don't know, but that's just me. And it seems like these are the rumors with Nicki Minaj. Like she's a horrible person behind the scenes. So yeah, so I don't understand. I don't like. I don't know. I find it like I don't wanna use a big word where it doesn't fit in, but I wanna say an oxymoron of her being a bitch and a nice person. All right.
Oh, as an artist, I hold myself to that same standard. I can't like I can't just blow whichever way the wind blows that day. You know what I'm saying? In order to chart or in order to sell or in order to whatever.
To appeal to anyone.
I fell back for years because I don't need to be in the rat race of whatever it is that people are
Scene.
doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that right now, the rat race about number ones or on Billboard Hot 100 is the only thing they should be caring about. When I said this, but I don't think this came out yet. I think I talked about this in my documentary. But in the history of rap, you've never and will never hear anybody disputing who is the best MC. You know how we have those MC talks? You'll never in the history of rap hear somebody say, oh, you know what's the tiebreaker? Who had the most number ones?
No.
Who had the most number ones between Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas?
Hey, hold on. I hate the fact that she's always saying Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas. Man, come on, Pac. Can you say Pac, please? Please, I know you're from New York, but can you say Pac, please? I mean, come on. It's kind of pissing me off. Can you say Pac? Can you say Pac, please? Can you put some respect on Tupac's name, please? Alright, I'm joking, but yeah, please say Pac, please.
Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas. You'll never, ever in life hear any hip-hop head say, well, the tiebreaker for me to decide who is the illest rapper, let's ask that. No. So I think a lot of people got into it like thinking that that's what mattered, and now they're realizing that doesn't matter. Because if that was the case, I would have been long gone being discussed.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that that's not what people care about in rap, in the culture. We care about technique, and it's not always supposed to be metaphors and all of that. Some people that I love don't spit metaphors.
See, right here, when she's talking about this, if I was Joe Budden, I would say, ask about, not that like, of course, yeah, I'm a huge Tupac fan, but I would ask about, okay, let's talk about someone like Tupac. Because she said Jay-Z, Biggie, and us, and she's talking about techniques and all that stuff. And she says that's what people care about, like in rap, right? But I would argue that people consider Pac the leader of the rap hip hop scene, right? I'll say Pac. So I would want to hear her perspective when it comes to Pac, like Nicki Minaj. Like, and I would have loved if Joe Biden said, okay, let's talk about Pac, because many people say Pac's technique wasn't all that, but he was an overall amazing, like, artist. You know what I mean? So I would have really wanted to hear about that, but that's just me.
Metaphors, and that's not their style, and that's fine. Like, I think that's the other thing. I think people think that I only look at certain kinds of rappers as dope. No, it's a lot of rappers that don't rap like that, but you could still see they're passionate about what they do and how they do it, and that it's authentic to who they are, and they're not switching it up every second just because of something is hot this season. So that's a different level of respect that you have for those people.
I agree. Speaking of respect, I saw you say that you would do a verses with one or two people.
Mm-hmm.
We all got to guessing. I already know who one of those people would and should be. I guess would be Kim. The other one, I had no idea. I was stumped a little bit. I thought that maybe you put that there just to stump niggas, because who else would this be outside of Kim, Missy? I don't think Foxy, I don't think that's there. It's just Kim and Missy, and maybe Lauren, but I don't even see that. I don't see it stylistically.
I haven't said anyone's name, and
only me. I'm saying the names.
I'm not saying any.
Let's be honest. A Lil Kim and a Nicki Minaj versus, that would be epic. It would blow so many other guys' versuses out of the water. That would be so epic. Who wins? Well, I mean, in my eyes, Lil Kim should win, but given the generations and where Nicki is from, and the generation, the internet generation, I would see Nicki like winning. But at the same time, I could see Lil Kim winning as well. So hey, that would be an epic versus. That would be, and I hope she's really open to it. That would be amazing, like for us as fans to watch. That would really be so great. And I hope it happens.
Anybody's name.
But that's something that you would seriously be open to. I feel like you just want to get up there and slaughter somebody with a bunch of hits and features.
No, because I approach those things as a rap fan, not as Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Just as a rap fan. And I think that there are a lot of, but I'm just saying, like, no, it's just about if somebody can play their joints and have people reminisce and go crazy, and that,
Oh,
So yes,
that's a shade to Lil Kim, because excuse me, she's just basically saying I could do a versus with Lil Kim, but Lil Kim doesn't have enough hits to even. But I don't know, like I don't know. You guys comment, like maybe I might be tripping, but I feel like Lil Kim can hold her own, like when it comes to joints with Nicki Minaj. But maybe not mainstream, like maybe not mainstream joints. But I'd say Lil Kim's got 20 strong hits. Like I mean, she could hold her own. I don't know why, but I guess Nicki has to feel herself. But I think like Lil Kim could hold her own. That's my thoughts. Jeez, we still got a lot. We still got like about an hour to go. Oh man, this video is gonna be long. All right, let's go.
there are.
Oh, you and Kim got to do it, man. Because now that I'm listening to what you're saying, to reminisce, go crazy. That's got to happen. It's got to happen. A few minutes ago, you said you were starting something else that sounded really big, which brings me back to my mogul shit. Documentary.
Oh yeah.
Documentary.
Oh God, I don't.
There's a. You said it. I didn't.
Well, we're doing a documentary, but when it's ready, I'll let everybody know. I'm not talking about it anymore because my fans then because there are people in my life currently who I think are really dope at what they do, and now it's just a couple other seats I think that are. It would sell out, especially when I first just came back. Right, everything would sell out. People. I don't think, I think my wife,
You're looking for a new job, or at least thinking about it. And to get that dream job, you need to make a stunning first.
It wasn't during this time, it was a while ago. He was like, my wife probably wouldn't love that idea because I would have said that. She wasn't there, so I want to make it clear. But that's what he thought how she would feel about it. And so it is what it is, but we have to be careful, like, that when we put those things out there and when a door is open, that we...
Oh, she's still talking about the documentary.
The reason why we're not represented is because we have to, what I think we're doing now, I think we're all speaking up for each other. So I think now we've all made it so, no, people have to pay attention to what they're doing, how they're treating black artists and black people, and there has to be representation, et cetera, et cetera. I remember I would be, I would do magazine covers, right? And they would always ask me not to wear pink hair.
Wait, what?
But I would see Katy Perry on the cover with pink hair, and I would see Lady Gaga on the cover with pink hair. I came in the game where
Name them. Let's name them and let's shame them, Nicki Minaj. Name who these publications are. Is it Variety? Is it, I don't know, the fashion women shit? Okay, name them. Let's shame them.
wearing pink hair and Chinese bangs. But whenever it was time to be represented on certain covers or in fashion, it was, no, we need you stripped down. No, down. But I've been a trendsetter. So I was talking to Soulja Boy the other day. I said,
Big Draco.
Fellow trendsetter.
Yes.
Big Draco.
You know what's funny? We as a community, we all say when we love you and we laugh when you say that you started something and you have your receipts to prove it or whatever. I was like, but if I say that, I am immediately shunned and, it immediately, for some reason, is a bad thing for a black woman to say, I started that trend.
What did you start
for some reason. And it's other black women.
Oh no, ladies. I don't know if anyone is gonna watch this, but anyway, if ladies are watching, what did Nicki Minaj start? I don't know. I really don't know.
And sometimes doing it to we and I want to make sure I say we sometimes we do that to each other and we're not realizing that no white person ain't gonna go up there and say, oh, Billie Eilish didn't start this trend, et cetera, et cetera. No, they just gonna let her have her shine. They're gonna say, yeah, she put that on the map, whether she put it on the map or not. She's successful, she's beautiful.
They were really out here trying to say Miley Cyrus started twerking. So okay, all right, fair point, Nikki. I get it. They really were out here trying to say Miley Cyrus started twerking. Do y'all remember that? That little whole Miley Cyrus when she was just like and doing her little, I don't know. She was moving her back, not even twerking. She was just moving her iron bed back. You know, her back. That's what she called twerking. But yeah, they in the mainstream media. Oh, Miley Cyrus twerking. Oh, it was all up in there, forgetting the real twerkers. I don't know those, and these are just not even famous rappers or queens. Like these were just dancers who started this whole twerking thing. I wish I knew these sisters' names. I would have said it, but they were like these sisters in like just doing this. So yeah, so alright. So this is a fair point. But when it comes to Nicki, I can't remember what she started. I would love to hear for anyone who knows what Nicki started. That would be amazing to me.
Beautiful. She got everybody wearing a certain hairstyle. I know I love her. And when she does do these covers, they're beautiful. So
when Soulja Boy says it, it seems like we find the humor in it. I don't think we would find that same humor if you did it.
Why? But forget humor. I don't think we only find humor when Soulja Boy says it. I think we find humor in truth. And there's truth in humor. And that's why it's funnier, because there's receipts to prove it.
Bars.
With a lot of it. Some of that other shit he just be talking.
Not everything he says, but I'm saying a lot of stuff he said, people were like, oh, wow, you know what he did, you know, whatever. He didn't start everything in the world, but he is a trendsetter. He did certain things, whatever.
And he's educating the people that might have missed it.
Right, exactly.
You can't do that.
Why?
It's bullying.
Exactly. Everything I do and say, it's bullying. It's a problem.
You've sold too many records that do that. You can't do it. I'm sorry.
What?
Do you realize how ridiculous that is?
That doesn't make sense
and this is
at all,
the only reason
Joe.
why I'm saying
Listen.
That does not make any sense, Joe Budden. What the fuck do you mean you've sold many? I feel like it's a likable thing. Nicki Minaj is not likable. No offense to the Babs. I love Nicki, man, myself. She's beautiful. But I feel like sometimes, like the way, like she X-way superstar, and she is a superstar, but she X-way superstar for people to, you know, it's like how people bang on the establishment, like you don't. It's like the boss or like let's say the boss. It's how people don't wanna let the boss in on the job. I think it's the same thing with Nicki. So I feel like she's up here, and if she says something, like people will be like, yo, you shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like that's the same thing. But what Joy is saying is ridiculous. She can say it, but people don't have to take it.
Listen, when I say something about my accomplishments, they call me a narcissist. It's like, it's not just you. Everybody has their little thing. Really? They call me self-centered. They call me a piece of shit. Hey, why are you telling us what you did? Don't fucking matter what you did. Shut the fuck up.
Really?
Listen, LeBron had that whole thing a few years ago. Shut up and dribble. Like, where the reporter said whatever they said. Like, they don't want to hear from us outside of our respective fields, no matter the markets that we've influenced. Like, the markets I've influenced don't have nothing really to do with music. Nothing to do with music at all. Some whole other shit. That didn't mean I didn't pick up the shit along the way to affect it. And that don't mean that y'all got to look at me a certain way when I say that I affected it. I think T.I. now is going through something where the comedians are fucking on his ass because he's trying stand-up.
He is?
Mm-hmm. He's trying stand-up comedy. Good for him.
Okay.
I encourage people to go do new shit and try new shit. But it's that backlash that you speak of. It's, hey, I'm stepping out, I'm doing something daring and new, and it's my own people that maybe have the most to say about it.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
T.I. is doing comedy.
Well, here's why I want you to understand why it matters, Joe. It matters because when I was saying it back then, nobody understood why it mattered, right? But it mattered because now, for instance, you see like how when you spoke and said, oh, this woman should have a Grammy because look at her work, look at the people when they're performing, they've been influenced by her, right?
It's Mary. I fear sinful affection could bring death.
When someone like you says it, other people have said it, other people say it or whatever, and they start realizing, wait a minute, why aren't we there representing? Why? So now it's you get a Grammy, you get a Grammy, everybody get a Grammy, right? But the people before who deserved them just are gonna do without. That happens a lot. So like right now, the reason why we waited all this time, because I was telling people back then about it, like, yo, y'all don't think somebody that has so much influence, like setting trends as a female and dominating in this space for so long should be on the cover of every fashion magazine?
Look him.
People didn't understand why, but then when they started looking back a couple years ago during COVID, and everybody was saying, wait a minute, this person was never represented, and we don't have representation. It's because we shut each other down. When someone says it, when someone says, hey, guys, don't you think this is a little bit bugged out? So that's what we were doing with each other with the Grammys. We were shutting each other down and saying, but now everybody's saying,
hey, but apparently, no offense. Now I'm just speculating. I'm just being a chatty patty. I feel like there's so many instances where people were saying Nicki Minaj is the number one shutdown of other females. Like if she don't like them, she'll shut everything down. Try and use their power to. So Nicki, please don't be hypocritical, because it seems like many people think like you're a woman who was in position of power and was shutting. Academics like really went in on you about your antics. So please, you have to kind of hold yourself accountable for something. I'm just saying. Bubs, I love Nicki, but I'm just saying.
no, this rapper here does deserve. He should have been got one. She should have been got one. Now they're giving them away to our black people because we spoke up. You understand? The fashion industry didn't have to do anything because we didn't really make that much of an impact when we were discussing how crazy it was. Because we know what we influence and who we influence and how influence fucking changes. So I think we have to. I was in Miami. I was about to. Now I had gone to the VMAs, right? And everybody was like, "Oh my God, your hair looks so nice like that." Okay. Now, at that time, everybody started wearing their hair jet black, part in the middle, you know. So when we were about to go in Paris,
women, let me know. Jet hair, whatever, patapa, like what's that? Is that bangs? I don't know. Please let me know.
I said in Miami, in the room, I was like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? And this is who was in the room. Grizz, who was my videographer at the time, Maher, who was my stylist at the time, and Neil Farina, who was my hairstylist at the time. I said, oh, you know what? They ain't giving me my props. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wear my hair to my feet. Jet black, middle part to my feet. And I said this, and I don't work with any of them anymore, so, I mean, they would let you know if I was lying.
I know. Sure.
I said this, I was like, you know what? Watch everybody start wearing this style in their hair. So, of course, they did, right? But now, if that was a new, fresh, probably white artist, even for something like that, they would have been on the cover of every magazine. You know what I'm saying? With that influence and all that. But not me, because if, like you said, if I say, oh, y'all, remember in 2017 when I started wearing my hair like this, then our own would be like, oh, girl, don't even talk about that. Why she gotta mention that? The reason why you gotta mention it, y'all, let me make sure I explain this, is because when we don't mention it, we are erased from those things.
It didn't happen yet.
They act like it didn't happen. And therefore, they can continue to minimize our influence. That's why we don't have those. That's why Kanye is saying, we weren't able to get in the meetings, get in the room in the fashion company.
All right. This part makes sense. All right, it makes sense to me. I understand what she's saying. I really fully understand what she's saying here, and in some ways I kind of understand what Kanye says. Like sometimes when you are in so it's like they're the guinea pigs. Like they can start something. They can start a trend, and then the whole white media or the white America or whatever whoever is watching, they see, oh shit, she started that, and people fucks with that. Let's put someone else, like maybe a so-called white artist or whatever, into that position. It's like that. It's the whole twerking situation. All right, this is what's popping. This is what they fucking with the twerking. All right, let's put Miley Cyrus in a twerking with the rappers, and then we put Miley Cyrus as the face, and then now everyone in the world are thinking Miley Cyrus is the trendsetter. So I fully understand where Nicki's coming from when it comes to this part of the conversation. And in some cases, like I said, I understand where Kanye sometimes comes from. So, alright, okay, this part, so perfect. Nicki says it best. And if you don't understand this part, then I don't know what you want me to say.
If you don't let a black woman say, hey, I started wearing my hair like that in 2017. If you don't let a black woman say that, somebody else will inadvertently get the credit, and they'll continue showing no regard to black women for what we do for this culture.
Very important point that you made.
It's very true. That's why Billie Eilish can come out on Monday with a new hairstyle, and on Tuesday she'll be on the cover of American Vogue with it.
Very true.
They don't have to do it with us because we beat ourselves down. Yes, I did start wearing my fucking hair like that. Rest in peace, Karl Lagerfeld, because when he saw me in Paris, he loved it. Now, till this day, everybody is wearing their hair like that. And we just gonna pretend Nicki ain't start doing. I remember when I first started doing my hair.
You bitches couldn't even spell Prague.
That's right. And when I had my hair like that in my Prague video.
What the fuck was that, Joe?
For me in Paris, he loved it.
Here we
now,
go.
to this day, everybody is wearing their hair like that. And
hey, Joe, do it. Joe, wait.
Start doing. I remember when I first started doing my hair.
You bitches couldn't even spell Prague.
That's right. And when I had my hair like that in my Prague video, people
I
was
love that Prague
they
video.
was like, where she going with all that thing? That hair was
She
big.
going to Prague, bitch. Where you is?
No, but when I went to Prague, they was loving it, child. No, but Joe, I never wanted to talk about it. I can only talk about it with you.
Okay.
Because you understand from both sides of what's happening. When I started wearing my hair like that, right? The wigs that they were selling, I posted some of them. It was like, it said the Nicki wig. Now if you go and buy that kind of wig, it's not going to say the Nicki wig because everybody's worn it. And it looks beautiful on everyone. Let me make sure I say that. It looks beautiful on everyone. Everybody should wear it. Mm-hmm. But we never stopped and said, Nicki Minaj.
All right, it's okay. So it's all about the credit, and which is very understandable, man. Like I just explained a few minutes back, it's all about like getting like it's like your ideas getting stolen in daylight. You know what I mean? Like so, I feel like we should even the media like give the person who started something like the props. But I know sometimes this man, I want to say it this way. It's so annoying when like I don't know why Billie Eilish, because she's talking about Billie Eilish a lot, because it seems like I don't know who Billie Eilish is, but this Billie Eilish seems to be in many magazines doing stylish shit, all right, okay, but it seems like those stylish things she didn't come up with. It's just someone who told her, oh, this is the new shit which is going on. You come and we'll just fit you into this, and then let's roll it out. So yeah, so I can understand why Nicki can be frustrated when she's seeing all that shit. Let's say she started all the long hair thing, and before you know it, the next big huge industry magazine, it's someone else or this Billy shit on the cover, right? And then she's with all what Nicki started, and there's no mention of Nicki inside. Or there's no reference to Nicki or nothing, and no credit, no money behind. You know what I mean? So I can understand the frustration. So I really do understand where she's coming from, and I really hope everyone can understand where she's coming from right here. And I know Nicki sometimes can be ridiculous and all this, but I understand this.
Changed, like I said, a lot of fucking trends in hair and a lot of shit, but It doesn't go to us. Let me tell you one other thing. A male rapper said this to me. A male rapper said this to me in 2015. He said black women would rather give Kim Kardashian their props over giving it to you. They'll rather say, oh, I got this from Kim K. And by the way, Kim K is very influential, and she has started a lot of trends. And I'm not going to take that away from her. She's very, she starts a lot of trends. But a male rapper said that to me in 2015, and I didn't understand what made him say that. I said, really? He said, yeah, they would rather say they doing something like him than to say they doing something like Nicki Minaj. Why is that? And we didn't get into a long conversation with it, right? Recently, I just want to let people know the reason why the most whatever female rapper or whatever isn't being represented on, hasn't been represented on an American Vogue or whatever. It's because if you don't speak up, we don't fight for each other, then they can take what you did and they can put it on someone else on a different race or whatever, you know, and just act like it never.
That's exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said.
And that's not okay, because it's been happening since the beginning of time, when black men were standing up there singing and dancing and writing music, and white bands were singing their music, and those black men died poor. Their families died poor. Because we don't do that. I was at the VMAs with my hair like that. Kim K had her hair wet and wavy that day. Looked beautiful. The following week at Fashion Week, Kim wore her hair, the long black, right, with the middle part.
You know what? Let me just say this as well. I feel like for someone like Kim K being around black women and being around rappers or being around black man a lot, at some point she should start to realize what's going on when it comes to this, when she does all these photo shoots. At some point she has to start giving credit, you know. It's like the box hair, whatever she like. At some point, her herself, and I never you look to the camera, but I'm gonna look to the camera, right? At some point, her herself should start crediting the people or whoever she got the inspiration from. Her herself, and we should hold her accountable for that. We should just not say, oh no, that is just someone who's. Her herself should start to realize, because she's around the culture, so she knows exactly what's going on. So I'm just saying, even these people are the ones who are getting put in these clothes and whatever they get put in. They themselves should start realizing, okay, let me do a little research. Who started this? Like, who can I give credit to? They themselves should do it. Simple.
All I know is I said to my team in that motherfucking hotel in Miami, I said, I'm about to put it to my feet. So when they do it to their feet, they have to, give me my props. Chill.
Not at all.
Still ain't get them props. And it's not about the props. It's about, let's change the fact that when black people say, hey, I did this and such and such. Like when LL the other day, when everybody was spelling out the money, the thing with the money.
And he showed his shit.
And he said, look, I did this with the ice, with the, ice, right? And I thought that was dope. I love seeing things like that. I love when people school us and say, oh, I did this and such. You understand? Now, yes, Cher has worn her hair like this. Yes, Donna Summers has worn her hair like this, whatever. But you know why you wearing your hair like that right now in this moment, sweetheart. You feel me?
Well, that's the thing about influence, right? Like, so powerful, and we have so much of it. But who are we influencing? Like, we don't know. Like, when we type on this internet, we don't know who sees it, who's looking. We could be influencing the person that them other people want to be the face of something that they shouldn't be, right? And that's why the ownership part comes into play. Like you mentioned Kanye earlier. I thought that one little sentence he said was profound when he said, hey, they offered me $100 million for my album exclusively, but I've never met Tim Cook. Yeah. You wouldn't meet him. Because we want the influence. We don't necessarily want to sit down and talk to you and listen to you and think tank and share ideas. So yeah, it's important for people to know what they bring to the table.
Joe,
It's important to demand some shit.
That's some spit and
And the
bars
fucked
right
up part
there.
is that we gotta bump our head a few times before we pick up the proper information to be able to say the shit that you're saying now.
Yeah, and by the way, let me make sure I say this because you know how they like to twist my words. The same way I feel I should have already been on the cover of American Vogue, so should Little Kim. If we being all the way.
Oh, whoa, yes. Well, I am gonna sever this. I love this. I love this. Please, more of this, Black Queens. More of this. More of this. Let's unite. This is what we love to see. Let's go, Nicki. Let's hear what you have to say.
1,000. If we being all the way 1,000. If this is what your magazine represents, influence.
Then how do you not? How do you not?
If we being honest. If we being honest, because any female rapper, when myself or Little Kim goes on the internet, every day we see our influence. We will see our influence. So I'm not gonna say it's about me only, right? And not give that woman her just due about what she did.
Well, who's on the board, or who's in the meeting, or who's behind the scenes in the think tank, in the think group, in the brain trust, saying, "Hey, well, what about?"
Right, and Joe, thank you, because I would have forgot to say this. Yeah. Hold on, let me say this. Because I love, every time I've ever met Anna Wintour, she's been so gracious to me. And in the beginning of my career, she let me sit with her, and she showed me love.
Well, sorry, we had to take that break. A little quick thing. Yo, alright, let's get back into it.
Love, and so let me make sure I explain this properly. There are people around. Anna Wintour is probably in her 60s. So I don't know how old Anna Wintour is. I don't expect Anna Wintour to know everything that's going on with every rapper in the game. I'm talking to the people around Anna Wintour. I'm talking to the people around the biggest decision makers in fashion, in the fashion world. I don't expect, like, Karl Lagerfeld, he wouldn't have probably seen me if he didn't bump into me at the party that I had happened to go to that day. So look, when he did see me, he did the right thing. He said, "I want to do a shoot with you. I love this, what you have, this hair." You understand? Okay. So she may not know.
Well, should be past that point, but...
No, you just said some real ass shit, and I hope people understand what you just said. I hope people get it.
They won't, child.
But it's
why is Joe acting?
No owner, no face of anything is the person that's doing everything by themselves. They hire people around them for a reason. That's the reason for you to be the eyes in the ear.
Sorry. That's a good interview technique to have. Like, try and mimic the person you're interviewing to make them comfortable. You know what I mean? Try and be, hey, so you know what Nicki likes. Oh child. You know, like Joe Budden is learning. He's understanding the media game. He's really doing well.
Ears on that whatever is popping and be like, no, this person, he did, he's who is influencing. He's who they listen to. Yes, it's your responsibility.
Yes, it is. Your legacy today and how you see it versus what your legacy will be when you're done. Because listening to you talk, girl, you a long way from done. Your brain, I can almost hear it.
Yeah. You
got a lot of plans, and they all in so much motion that you can't even fucking really share it. You just got a lot of shit coming, and it all need to be in loop.
Joe really is switching gears to his interview game, man. You know, he really knows how to get, like, maybe it's because he's done it so much, like with Nicki Minaj. But sometimes, like, when you are being interviewed, even if you are like a shock jock, there is a way to get the real shit from someone. Like, you know, like cause I don't know, I do these Omegle videos, and I feel like sometimes being not being nice to the person, not being fake nice. Like, I don't want to say fake nice, but sometimes it's about scraping how you feel about the person. Because usually, like my point being is there's people on Omega who are very racist. But if you scrape that and don't look at that person as a racist and just try and pick on the realness of that person or their likes, their interests, eventually they'll just quickly change and become themselves. Like if that makes sense, because all this racist shit sometimes is like a land thing. Like you know what I mean. So I feel like Joe has come to understand Nicki Minaj, and I feel like they're actually real friends. Not real friends, but I mean they're friends to somewhat where he can push aside what he's had and what he's learned about Nicki Minaj, and he can really ask and really compliment her personality in a way she can be herself. And this is exactly where he is at the moment. I hope I explained that well.
Do of one another.
Yes, I just feel like I sold myself short when I didn't. Like I'm a businesswoman in a lot of ways, and in a lot of other ways, I didn't let my businesswoman hat come on in time, right? Like I think it was I'm not blaming anyone. I think it was my job to know. And people used to tell me sometimes, but I was so caught up with, writing, and I don't think people understand. And this is another thing you'll be able to understand. When you write your own music, it's a very time-consuming thing. Mm-hmm. People don't understand how long that takes, especially when you're a perfectionist. How many times you cross it out and redo it, and people probably say, "Oh, you bugging, that was ill," and you do it over and over and over. It's a time-consuming thing. So I think if I could have figured one thing out earlier, I probably would have said, "Okay, all this time you taking to rewrite, write, spend half of that time on that, and go and get your makeup deal and your this and that and the other things, right? Which I'm doing now, right? Because like when I did the MAC campaign, right? Which is a campaign, it funds AIDS research and awareness and stuff like that. I had the highest.
Shit. Oh, I don't know. Every time when I have a thought, I always want to express it. So I just quickly had a thought. I think like, oh, Nicki really is out here getting. She wants her bag, and you can clearly tell she wants that coin. Like I think she realized what Rihanna done with her thing, with the Fenty Beauty and the Fenty Savage and all that. I think Nicki is coming to get hers, and she ain't playing about it. And you can clearly tell she wants. I don't know whether it's like the wig and beauty. Like she is coming for it, which I love. I love because she's putting the work. So I love that she's doing this. And yeah, that thought just came in my head, and I had to say it because, yeah.
Sales, right? In my MAC campaign, they give you like a lipstick, and you sell it, and that's what it goes to benefit people in that that are either living with AIDS or just the research to teach our kids and teach everybody about what's going on with HIV and AIDS, right? But all of the biggest girls do it, and mine was the highest selling one. I would put out one lipstick, it would sell out 5 seconds, and we would try little limited things online that would sell out in 5 seconds.
Because I know.
I put on Crocs, sells out everywhere. I put on the pink hat, sells out everywhere. I put on the Louis Vuitton accessories with the whole outfit. Whatever my younger fans can buy, they're gonna buy it. So next thing you know, it's gonna be sold out on the website. It's nobody's job to say, Onika, you need to be.
I think we should explore a few solutions.
Grammarly's suggestions can
be selling your own shit that's going back to you and your son and your son's son and da-da-da-da. It's nobody's fault but my fault.
It's their job to not tell you.
Right. I should have figured that out. I should have been more on top of that.
Some progress, even if not for me, but for my grandkids or great grandkids.
Posting it and saying, hey, thank you, Joe, for saying this. Thank you for caring. Thank you for paying attention to this. Because when you said that about the Grammys, a lot of other people said, yo, he's right. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I hold certain people, I hold y'all to certain standards, higher standards. If you know that you have an influential voice, right? And by the way, I don't expect y'all to like everything I do. I'm perfectly fine if you say, yo, Nick, you could have came harder on that verse. You should have came harder on that verse.
You're lying. That's a lie, Nicki. Your track record doesn't say, like, it says otherwise, but you stopped talking to Charlamagne because, like, he told you your diss track to thing or whatever it was whack. So I feel, oh, to Remy Ma, sorry. So yeah, that's a bit hypocritical, but I understand. No one would wanna. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a lie.
That's fine. And people be thinking you
Should
want
that be a
people
text or a tweet?
however you want to do it, because I think you would know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't expect anybody to only praise me and never say something.
Liar, 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 liar. That's a lie. That's a lie. I ain't gonna cap on this video. I ain't gonna cap. That's a lie, Nicki. You've got a track record of when if people tell you that, like, let's say if you're going against Remy and people are like, oh yeah, you go destroy. You stop fucking with them. You stop fucking with Charlamagne the God for telling you that whatever you was doing was horrible. Or when he reported that you got destroyed. You stop fucking with them. You stop fucking with DJ Academics for exposing you and say, so hey, listen, stop lying. Let's not lie. And I feel like you stopped fucking with Joe when whatever he said some shit about Cardi B, and I feel like there was a point where you were a bit antsy with him.
That's constructive. You know what I'm saying? If it's something constructive, you already know how I take rap seriously. So if a person that I feel like is an ill lyricist tells me something like that, I'm gonna take it to heart. I'm gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna use it like, yo, you know what? I could have came harder on this, whatever. That's how I think about rap. But I'm just saying, when I had called you one of the gatekeepers at that time, you was like, oh, what? No, I'm not. And now I hope that you are more comfortable in that role, because maybe people wasn't saying it outwards. You know what I'm saying? They probably, so a lot of times people get attention for the wrong reasons. Maybe people was just cussing you out when you said something they didn't like. But maybe they weren't stopping to say, well, the reason why I care when you say something I don't like is because I think that when you say something, there's a level of importance there. Mm-hmm. People don't really do that. So I wanted to start with myself saying it and showing it and doing it, because I've also not done it enough. Also not told people publicly, you know, certain things about, you know, positive about what they do and what they mean to our community. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start with my motherfucking self.
Roll down.
And I'm going to make sure that when certain people say things and do things, I'm still going to highlight it.
We all grow.
You know, even with Wendy Williams' situation, and she said something to me one time, and my fans was like, oh, she's been so horrible and mean to you, and da-da-da. I said, it's okay. If I'm putting weight on the negative things she says about me, that means I care about the positive things as well that she said, right? So I'm going to highlight the positive thing, just like how I cussed your ass out about the negative thing. You feel me? So we all have to make sure we commend other people in our culture so that we all start showing up.
Okay, all right. I don't want to buy into this Nicki interview, Minaj, this one, but I'll give it a chance. She is really sounding like she's a grown lady. She's elevated in some way, and I hope this is the truth. I hope it's real. I hope it's her reaching behind the scenes with Lil Kim. Maybe with Cardi B, the blood is too warm. Maybe not as of yet. But with Lil Kim, I'm hoping she's really like reaching out behind the background or trying to make things like work. And I hope this is just not like an interview thing, a facade thing, like where she's just selling dreams to people. Because it really sounds like she's a grown, mature young lady who's figured certain things out, and she's trying to bring everyone up, as in like she doesn't want to crush anyone down anymore, you know. So I really hope this is, you know, this still frame is something else. But anyway, yeah.
That we are important to each other. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I hate to be cliche and say it, but motherhood is beaming off of you.
All right, see, that's exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. Yeah, I feel like there's something which, like I said, maybe it's the motherhood thing. Like that's maybe that made her view certain shit in a different light. You know, like maybe she that instinctive motherly nature has come like towards like for her and her people or her and her sisters and black queens and you know like so yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Thank you.
No, all of this good parent mother shit that comes after a kid.
It's true.
You talking that shit?
So. I think it had my son. Yeah, my son has grounded me and changed me.
You sound like you just in such a good space mentally and spiritually. I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here, but like last time I saw you, the energy was a little on edge. It was a little defensive.
But that was still iconic. We still was
no,
iconic.
we smoked that shit. That was it. That was a legendary meeting for all that fucking took place, right? But when I left, just artist to artist, when I put my emotions to the side, I'm like, that nigga's going through a lot. Like, we had Apple, it's a husband in here, it's this, that, it's label shit, it's music, like, it's juggling a lot. Like, I used to have those moments in my career where I was just a little more on edge than I typically am.
Right.
And there'd be shit going on. So you want to try to be, at least today, I want to try to be more empathetic to what artists have going on. Right? So that's important.
Y'all, Joe did something that erased any craziness he said in the past, which is he spoke up and defended me about something that I had been fighting about for years, and nobody else did it. Nobody else wanted to speak on it.
What was
he
it?
didn't have to. He knew he was gonna get a lot of shit from other people who, you know, control a lot of the media that comes out, but he didn't care.
What was it?
And when I see people like that take a stance, even when they know they can get backlash. And remember, he's not my friend. He didn't know if it was going to matter to me or if he was going to he didn't do it thinking, I'm going to get some cool points with this or I'm going to get an interview with it. It wasn't nothing like that. He did that on his own. In fact, I didn't even know about it right away. I wasn't even on the internet right away. When I came back, I saw that. I said,
Listen. Joe Budden is a smart business guy. So no matter what Nicki's about to say, listen, if he knows Nicki Minaj is gonna find out one way or the other. So let's not mess around and say, oh, and I hope Nicki's not deluded enough to think like, oh, Joe just said, oh, I don't know, I want to know what he said, but I hope she doesn't just realize, she just said, oh yeah, he said this because I don't know what she's about to say. But if it sounded like where we were all gonna be like, look at Joe as like, bitch, please. Then, yeah, so I don't know. Let's see what she has to say about that.
Said that? What the hell? That was amazing because you and then on the other side, you know, there was a situation I went through with a breakup and everybody was tearing me down and having the biggest kiki. And, you know, I always say 50 spoke up for me. He didn't have to. The Game was another one. And also Boosie. Boosie spoke up for me.
Okay, alright, okay. I'm thinking maybe, are they talking about the Remy Shita situation? Is it what this is about? I don't know. Like, are they talking about the Shita situation? Because if it's the shit, blah, blah, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know.
And so to this day, I always am going to remember those people and respect those people. When people are kicking you while you're down, and somebody says, hold on.
It is definitely the Shita situation because that's where she got destroyed. She got obliterated by Remy Ma. So it's definitely the Shita situation. So I'm guessing Joe Budden supported her on the Shita situation. And Joe, you knew what you were doing. You were playing the long game, which is you knew Nicki was gonna survive the slaughter. Mind you, you're in the slaughterhouse, but I guess you played that long con well, Joe.
You never forget those people. That's just how I am. I'm never gonna forget those people. And during that whole Grammy conversation and all that stuff, and when everybody was using it as a dig at me and to laugh at me, Joe came out and spoke on it and didn't waver on it. He said what the fuck he had to say.
Yeah,
and then,
we gonna fix that.
And it made a lot of people say, wait a minute, he's right. Because they knew he wasn't saying because, he's in her camp or he's cool or whatever. No. And that's why they respect a person's opinion. They respect people's opinion who's going to just speak truth. No matter if you want kudos from this artist, no matter if you're best friends with this artist or not. Because me and him was not speaking back and forth about shit. I didn't even know you said that. You didn't tell him. I didn't.
Joe was clever enough to understand the long game. He played it well. He wanted to be in the media game, and he knew Nicki wasn't gonna be like slaughtered like to oblivion. He just knew she was gonna be destroyed for the moment. So he played the long game. He knew Nicki was gonna come back. Nicki's a superstar, right? Like Nicki is a big deal. And for him, he was like he didn't lose no points. He wasn't even that big in the media. I think he was like on everyday struggle at that time. So, hey, shout out to Joe Budden on understanding the game he was trying to penetrate into. So he played the long con, and he won in the end. Look at him sitting across Nicki Minaj right now. Whether he was behind closed doors after that, or was it a tweet? Whether he was behind closed doors laughing at like the Sheeta situation, who knows? But you read between the lines. Let me just say, I'm gonna be 100% honest, and we all understand. We know this.
I didn't ask you to say that. You didn't tell me you was going to say that. You did that because based on the climate of the culture, you felt it needed to be said, and you said it. So whether or not I get a Grammy or not, I'm still going to remember that this person put his neck out on the line to speak up for me.
Nah, we getting that Grammy. Fuck you talking about. I know that it's the artist we can't not. Fuck you talking about.
I mean, you know what? But can I just say something? And I always want to make sure I say this because people think sometimes that you don't care. No, I don't. I'm not saying. And everybody that has a Grammy, you should be proud of yourself. So I want to make sure I say that. We need to be able, and that's Spotify. Now, to me, and I don't know. We all know if the radio plays something over and over and over, you might. How many times have we ended up liking a song we didn't like in the beginning?
Mom, I'm recording a video. All right, we're doing it. The final leg. We're there.
Beginning
a million times.
Radio played it over and over.
Conditioning.
Right. So now they're telling you, so the fans figured out a way, because you know when me and 6ix9ine went #1, they was mad as hell,
yeah. Yes.
A lot of people were mad. So right before I was about to drop this stuff, it's new rules, new changes, right? Because certain people with a big fan base, they were buying multiple copies and different versions, whatever. And that's fine. I understand that. I'm a fair person. But now what happens when it's naturally with the general public still on the top 10 of Apple, and a song that hasn't touched the top 10 of Apple or the top 10 of Spotify, the top 10 of Amazon, Tidal, whatever. What?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
So what does that mean, Joe? You tell me. What's fair? If a song comes out and the general public doesn't go to stream it, you telling me it should be played on the radio more than my song that is?
Are we talking about Sheeta? Cause it seems like she went and blocked all that shit. She went and blocked all that shit like to Nas. I swear she even dated Nas for a couple of days just to make sure he would take down the Sheeta whatever situation. So I hope that's not what she's talking about, because that would be very hypocritical. Please, someone, if you are still watching until now, please someone let me know, is she talking about the Sheeta situation? Because yeah, she's sounding super. I don't know. Maybe I might be reacting to the wrong situation right here.
Is being stable in all of the streaming services.
I hate that you have to even ponder these things.
Right, it's that, and I wouldn't, other than my fans feel so, they feel mad, like if they go number songs we just dropped. Do you realize that? Right, Joe? My publicist is in the back. You know I get it. Joe, please send me my plaques for #1 on, for real, I'm serious, hip-hop song. It's not that long. I cut them. I actually don't like nails anymore. I'm about to just have them, I just want to have them
You're looking for a new job, or at least thinking about it. And to get that dream job, you need to make a stunning first impression with your...
My bad, homie.
Them like short and no polish.
Is that what motherhood has done?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to poke my little pumpkin pie. He's such a cute little chunk.
Also, for me, my son, when he was...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Nicki Minaj's baby is cute as fuck. Oh shit, what? Does that sound bad? No, he's a cutie. Oh, alright, Jesus. I hope it doesn't sound bad. But she is a beautiful baby.
She wouldn't cut his nails. He was scratching the shit out of me, and it was
he be scratching the shit out of his father. He be trying to fight his dad too.
Yeah.
When his dad don't give him what he wants, he goes up to his dad. He's this short. He can only reach up there. He goes like this, and he like does a couple punches and a bite. And then my husband be looking at me. I said,
Gotta love the kids. What a bundle of joy.
He's so serious, yes. And you know, but by the way, best thing that ever happened to me.
It feels like it.
My son, love him so much.
It feels like it. You get tired of women saying it, but
I know, but
I'm such a whole different woman now.
Well,
Who was I before?
But I get it. I get it.
It's true. The person lived inside of your stomach for 9 months. When I would be just in my bed by myself, worrying about everything there was to worry about, he was feeling mama. And you know, he was giving me his little blessings. And
my last question, because this is a parenting question.
Okay.
Like sometimes I look at my kid and I see some shit that he only got from me that I have to parent against. Have you experienced that?
Of course.
Okay, that's all I got.
Of course. I don't like I don't like his level of determination. And I think it's from his dad too. You know, we're so New York, like that vibe. He is that vibe, and he was born in Beverly Hills.
That sounds great. You don't want that vibe. Let me not get us in trouble.
Joe, it's a lot, Joe.
A Beverly Hills vibe.
But it's a lot. It's a lot. So we gonna have to.
You're New York to your core. I don't give a fuck how long you've been out here. You know.
Okay. Nick is very New York. She says Jay-Z began Nas. That's how New York she is. So far. Oh shit. No. So yeah. You're very New York, Nicki. But please include Pac, please. Pac is a legend.
Baby, I don't know. Who does he think he is? He's just like
his parents, y'all. He's y'all.
Yeah, we gonna have to. I'm gonna have to for the next 2 years. Once I could even like start putting him on timeout, because right now you can't even put them on timeout. He's looking at you like what? Wiggling back. I tried to make up a timeout chair.
Oh, you first time parent.
He stayed in that chair for 2 seconds. Looked. Cracked up laughing and then slid on out of it, child. Nothing. And then he knows the word dirty and he purposely goes by the garbage can just so me or his father can say, no, and then he goes, looks, and then he has this wild look in his eyes and he goes, and then he runs away and then he pretends he's saying, that dirty. I said, if you don't sit, show. Yes.
And salute the dad. Sound like dad got it under control up there.
Oh, no, he worships daddy.
Y'all be hating. Y'all hate when that happens.
I am hating. I carried you in my stomach and you had to do all this to mama. Made mama feet get bigger one size and all this stuff.
Your feet are beautiful. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
Salute to the dads.
How old is your son?
4.
Yeah, you have an older one though.
20 and 4.
So now with the 4-year-old, was terrible.
You know what? Shout out to Nicki Minaj on this one. Joe Budden trying to say, how old is your son? Sir. Nigga, you have a 20-year-old. What are you saying? Oh, sir. No, you should say you have 2 sons. One is 20 and the other one is 4. Don't try to act like, hey, I have a 4-year-old son. Fuck you, Joe. No, fuck you, Joe. But I'm just saying, Liga, yo, you've got a 20-year-old. Both of them are your sons. Don't be that father.
2 actually terrible?
No, the 3. It was 3.
No.
It was a little later. 2 was mad peaceful, and I was bragging. I was like, yo, I ain't seen nothing about terrible 2s. And the parents was like, it turned to 3 and 4 now. And certainly, as he got to 3, he do what the fuck he want. Climb all over the couch. Yo, dog, you gonna hurt yourself. Get off of there. Ah! Flip you the bird.
What?
Yeah, no, they do what they want, boys. And boys are like boys. That's
Yes!
the thing about kids.
He won't
like,
stop. Even when he hurts himself,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
still
yeah.
trying to be rugged. And I said, stop. I cry. Anytime he hurts himself, I cry.
see,
Like a psycho.
Yeah, yeah, no, he's at that age, so
Oh, okay.
it's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Nicki Minaj. That is a wrap. Wrap final.
Thank you, Joe. Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for an amazing interview, Joe, too. You did a great job.
Right. It was amazing as you saw. You know what? I must say, Nicki Minaj seems like after the birth of a child, she's grown. So, shout out to her. This part 3 is gonna be long as fuck, and I'm really hoping. Please, people, just watch till the end. Please watch, and please like and subscribe. And I hope by the time people watch it, and we've got 10K. It's been a grind. So, all right, like and subscribe. Peace out.